What's up, everyone? You are tuned in to a very special edition of Just Putting Around. Not just because we're heading to Mexico for this one, but because this right here is episode 100. That's right, 100 episodes of wrestling, deep dives, booking fantasies, and me rambling about heel turns like they're Shakespearean tragedies. So I figured for this milestone, we take it to a place where drama ain't just a vibe, it's life and death. Where every match feels like a duel in a packed gladiator pit, and losing a match might mean just losing your mask, your hair, or your damn name. Yep, we're talking Triple A's Triplemania. And tonight, to honour the insanity that is Triplemania, I'm counting down the top 100 main events in its long, wild, and occasionally bloody history. Mask versus mask, hair versus hair, mask versus hair. It's like Game of Thrones with more sequins and weaponized chairs. Let's do this. At number 10, we have from Triplemania 29, from 2021, we have the Psycho Clown versus Rey Scorpion in a mask versus hair. A proper lucha de apuestas duel. Psycho Clown, Mexico's favorite chaotic party clown, versus Rey Scorpion, the villain with a mean streak longer than his ponytail. Mask versus hair. The stakes, stupid high. Psycho Clown bled buckets, fought through tables and chairs, and still clutched to win. It was a duel of wills, and the crowd loved every second. At number 9, from Triplemania 2C, from 1994, we have Conan versus Jake the Snake Roberts in a hair versus hair match. This one was straight up legendary. Conan, Mexico's hottest star, versus Jake the Snake Roberts. Imported villainy at its finest. It was personal. Jake had been tormenting Conan for months, and this was their final duel. Loser gets shaved bald, and let me tell you, Jake played the role of smirking sadist perfectly. Conan fought like a man possessed and finally gave the fans the payback they were dying for. A real gladiators showdown. At number 8, from Triplemania 27 from 2019, we've got Blue Demon Jr. versus Dr. Wagner Jr. in a mask versus hair match. Two lucha dynasties clashed in this battle of legends. Blue Demon Jr., ruthless and efficient, versus the iconic Dr. Wagner Jr. in a duel where tradition, honour and family legacy hung in the balance. Demon Jr. fought dirty using literal hammers at one point, and the atmosphere was absolute carnage. Wagner lost his hair and retired, but like any wrestling duel, worth its salt. He was back in no time. Gotta love it. At number 7, from Triplemania 23 and 2015, we've got Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Mr. Ziz. A duel in the skies. Two of the greatest high flyers in Lucha Libre history facing off. Rey, the global icon returning to Mexico, and Mr. Ziz, the once beloved Mystico turned arrogant villain. This wasn't just a match. It was about pride, reputation, and who owned the skies of Mexico. A little clunky in spots, but the crowd was molten for it, and Mr. Ziz turning heel post-match gave this duel an extra punch. At number 6, from Triplemania 25 in 2017, we've got Psycho Clown versus Dr. Wagner Jr. in a mask versus mask match. Psycho Clown makes his second appearance, because when you talk Triplemania duels, his name comes up a lot. This was a big one, a mask versus mask match against Dr. Wagner Jr. It was a duel in every sense, blood, guts, and generational pride. Psycho Clown survived unprotected chair shots, like a man auditioning for Jackass, and pulled off the upset of the decade. Wagner unmasks and history is made. At number 5, from Triplemania 20 in 2012, Dr. Wagner Jr. versus Mascara Arno 2000 Jr. in the Mask vs. Mask match. Another duel of legends and family legacies. Wagner vs. Mascara Arno 2000 Jr. had the classic lucha formula. Respect, betrayal, and everything ending in a blood-soaked rink canvas. Wagner took the win and ripped the mask off his rival. Another scalp in his long list of lucha duels. At number 4, from Triplemanía 28 in 2020, we got Pagano vs. Chessman in the hair vs. hair match. No crowd, no problem. Pagano and Chessman went full deathmatch mode in this hair vs. hair match, with thumbtacks, glass, and God knows what else. The no fans setting weirdly made it feel even nastier. A brutal duel between two of AAA's wildest. Pagano wins. Chessman shaves his dome. Beautiful madness. At number 3, from Triplemania 31 in Triplemania 31 Tijuana in 2023, we got El Hijo del Vikingo versus Kenny Omega for the AAA Mega Championship. A modern classic. Vikingo versus Omega was a higher speed duel of daredevils. Moves he didn't know existed, moonsaults off lighting rigs, table dives from the balcony. A duel not just for a title, but to prove who was the baddest aerial assassin in wrestling really was. Vikingo retained, fans lost their minds, wrestling Twitter exploded, as it should. At number 2, from Triplemania 18 from 2010, we got LA Park versus La Parka in a name rights match. A deeply personal duel, 2 men, 1 name. La Parka versus LA Park. Years of real life beef poured into this match. It was vicious, bloody, and unforgettable. LA Park took the win and claimed the name he felt was stolen from him, in front of a crowd that was absolutely feral. One of the nastiest duels in lucha history. And at number 1, from Triplemania 1 in 1993, we've got Cien Caras versus Conan in a retirement match. The original duel that set the tone for every Triplemania that followed. Cien Caras, the grizzled Rudo, versus Conan, the white-hot babyface hero. Retirement on the line, and in true AAA chaos fashion, Jake Roberts got involved. Turned the tide, and Conan got screwed. Fans nearly rioted. Security rushed in. It was glorious bedlam. The kind of duel that made Triplemania the wildest beast it is today. And there it is. 10 of the wildest, bloodiest, most drama-filled duels in Triplemania history. Honestly, no other promotion delivers pure, unapologetic mayhem quite like AAA. And what a way to cap off our 100th episode. To everyone who's tuned in from episode 1, or who jumped on along the way, you're legends. Thanks for coming on this ride. More madness is coming, trust me. If you've got a favourite Triplemania duel that didn't make the cut, hit me up on socials. Let's debate it like 2 luchadors fighting over the last curveza. Until next time, this has been Just Putting Around. I'm Reese, your legends, and I'm out.